this, if you're just coming into the studio now, welcome. The sequence might be a little challenging. Do what you can. Don't anticipate, don't worry just because I said that. It was just, you know, I wrote it last night and then I played around with it again this morning and tweaked it, and just let yourself have fun with it. We'll open those hips, we'll move the shoulders, we'll find a little bit more space in the body. We'll get nice and twisty and fly if you like, so all those beautiful things. So today the playlist is Patience is a Virtue. And if ever we are being tested with regard to patience, it is now. We are a culture of we want what we want, and we want it when we want it now. And instant gratification, all of those things. And it's really difficult sometimes to wait or to hold yourself back from making a decision or taking action, because that's what we do. That's what we do, and right now we really cannot do that. And whether it's something simple, you know, the beautiful weather that we're having outside, just driving, getting from point A to point B, you know, you want to get there quickly, but you really can't because there's an obstacle, and that's the weather and the puddles and the driving conditions. So you really have to be patient. When you go to the grocery store, you might find empty shelves. I was amazed that the Stop and Shop had basically no food. And, you know, you just have to be a little patient as opposed to losing your temper or taking you down on someone. So Mark Nepo has a passage in his book, and it's called Patience, which is appropriate. So there's a quote by Lao Tzu. He says, "I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These are your greatest treasures. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are." Mark Nepo says, patience is the second of Lao Tzu's central teachings, and it is a hard bit of wisdom to accept. For the place of waiting is always trying and very difficult to live out, as we know. Had I not withstood the confusion and indecision and ambiguity and the pain and alarm of imagining the worst, I would never have made it to the right course that carried me through my experience. Fear wants us to act too soon, but patience, hard as it is, helps us outlast our preconceptions. This is how tired soldiers, all out of ammo, can discover through their inescapable waiting that they have no reason to hurt each other. It is the same with tired lovers and with hurtful and tiresome friends. Given enough time, most of our enemies cease to be our enemies, because waiting allows us to see ourselves in them. Patience devastates us with the truth that, in essence, when we fear another, we fear ourselves. When we distance or distrust another, we are distanced and distrust ourselves. When we hurt another, we hurt ourselves. When we kill another, we kill ourselves. So when hurt or afraid or confused, when feeling urgent to find your place on this earth, hard as it is, and things as you fear them will, more often than not, shrink into that hard, irreplaceable beauty of things as they are, of which you have no choice but to be a part. Close your eyes. Take a full breath in through your nose, open your mouth, and let it all go. And that's the biggest tool we have in being patient, is our breath. So find yours. Allow yourself to gradually fill more and more as you inhale, and soften more and more as you exhale. Let your arms just rest on your legs. Palms can be up if you're feeling a little tired, you want to receive some energy. If you're wired, you're raring to go, maybe you're on your 3rd coffee, turn your palms down. Just drop your chin down to the center of your chest, sit up tall, and roll your head from side to side, bringing in a little bit of movement here, taking your time. And just let me know the more aware you can be of what you're feeling, what is good, what isn't, what's blocked, what's fluid. The whole time you're breathing. Drop your chin down to the center of the chest, bring the shoulders forward. Tense up onto your fingertips on your knees or your thighs, and then draw your shoulder blades back towards each other. Find that retraction. And then float your arms back, as if your elbows are going to touch each other behind you. Take your fingertips down, plug them into the floor. Continue to puff your chest up towards the ceiling. Find a little bit of a back bend here, more of a heart opener, so you're lifting up out of the sits bones. And then sweep that right arm across your face. Soften your left elbow. And a little soft side bend. Take your gaze underneath your right arm. The eyes can be closed. And then continue to roll out through that right shoulder. Plug your right fingertips back down to the floor. Press out of the left arm. Take the other side. Sweep the left arm across the face. So you're moving with fluidity, really slowly. No rush. And that little twist here. Side bend, feeling the left ribs. Continue rolling through that left shoulder joint. Plug the left fingertips back into the floor, sit tall. And then float your hands to a prayer. A full breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it open. And then even though you can't hear each other, you can feel the energy that we all share in our practice. So start with one sound alone. Breathe in. Your eyes closed. Float your hands down to your lap. Your palms behind. And notice if you feel anything in the center of the palm. A little bit of tingling, maybe you feel some more. If you don't feel anything, don't try so hard. And then just to slowly float your hands back together in a prayer. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the connection. Fingertips meet their matches, palms connect all the way to the base of the wrist. And open your eyes. Namaste. Okay, so you can grab your playlist and come to a downward facing dog on your mat. Just gonna move my block. And the first song is Take Your Time. Spread your fingers wide. And allow the feet, bend the knees, sway the hips, take whatever movement feels good here. Come to your downward facing dog. Lift your gaze, press up onto your fingertips. So put your belly button into your spine to lift the hips a little bit more. Drop your head in between your arms. Give your head a little shift. Draw the shoulders away from the ears so you're pulling the hips back. Now bring your hands flat to the floor. Keep the length from the tips of the fingertips to the base of the spine. Take a full breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Lift your heels. Roll out to the front. Then shift your weight forward until you feel the weight in the tips of the fingers, up to the tips of the toes. Bend the knees, come to a floating child's pose. You're pulling your hips back towards your heels. Then press out of the balls of the feet, come back into that flex. And take your time. Notice the shift. See what feels heavy, see what feels strong, see what feels challenging. Shift it forward one more time, you're in that plank. Bring your knees down to the floor, take it back to child's pose. And then push up onto your fingertips. See if you can walk your fingertips a little farther forward. Lift your hips about an inch off your heels and find a little bit of a sway here. Maybe you feel the shoulders, the obliques, the low back, maybe the quads. And then come on down to your child's pose, hips to heels, drop your forehead down. Start to slide your fingertips back toward your knees. And then make a T with the arms with the elbows bent, like spiral arms. Press into the fingertips, lengthen the spine as you breathe in. Roll your right shoulder in front of your right knee as you breathe down, turn your head to look over the left shoulder. Come back through center and take the other side. Left shoulder in front of the left knee, gaze over your right side. Come back through center. We'll make this a little bit bigger. Push up onto the knees. Take your hands a little bit wider and lean your chest forward. Roll your right shoulder forward. You can dip all the way down to the floor. Maybe the head comes down and the hips are high towards the ceiling. Press into the fingertips. Come through center. Change sides when you're ready. And then roll it back. Walk your hands forward, come back into your child's pose. Press into the elbows as you bring your hands together in a prayer. Walk your elbows forward and take your prayer overhead. So the thumbs are extending towards the center of the shoulder blade. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring your prayer down to the mat, tuck your chin into the chest, take a slow roll. We're sitting up on the heels. Reach your fingertips back behind you, draw the shoulder blades towards each other, retraction. Soften the elbows, puff your chest up towards the ceiling, drop your head back. And then rock your head from side to side. Come through center, sweep your right arm across the face and push it up to a baby camel. We'll turn it into a dancing camel as you change sides. Right fingertips come down, left arm sweeps overhead. And then see what the shoulders feel like. Maybe your range of motion is a little bit bigger. You take a full circle with that arm. If it feels good for you. When you finish your second side, come back through center. Don't rush it. Bring your hands forward, come into your tabletop. Cat cow, rough in. Rough out, navel to spine. Maybe push up onto your fingertips. And at any moment, any shape of pose, if it feels particularly good, stay there for an extra breath. And whatever you like. Maybe you start to circle the hips. Maybe you make a figure 8. Whatever works for you. And then come back through center. Step your right foot back behind you and push into the ball of the foot. Draw the right kneecap up and press your heel back so that right leg is in. Now float your right foot up, pull your right knee towards your right shoulder. Take a little twist over to the right side, turn your head to the right. And extend your right leg, crossing over the left ankle. Press into the ball of the foot and gaze over your left shoulder. Press your heel back. We'll do that again. Float your right knee to your right shoulder, squeeze through the right oblique. Hold it. And then extend that leg behind you. Push the heel down. One more time. Step your right foot back behind you. This time it stays. Walk your left fingertips over to the left side of your mat. Press up into the fingertips and push out of your right arm. So lengthen the spine up with a nice big twist. Yes. Bring your left hand next to your right. Pull your right knee towards your right shoulder. And now cross the right ankle in front of that left knee. So you're coming to a figure 4 on the ball of your right foot. So see what this feels like in your right knee. You might want to take a block or something underneath it, or float it down to the floor. Take your left hand to your right heel and find the side bend, sweeping that right arm. Yes. Now sweep it across the face. Take it back one more time. This time, bring it back behind your head. You can find a little bit of length in the neck as you lift using your hand. And then lay back. Press your left hand down into your right heel. Draw your right elbow back. Lift your chin. And then come back through center. Bring your hands forward. Bring your shin forward, and we'll come into an early pigeon. So nice and easy. Take down for light. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your mat, tent up onto your fingertips, drop your forehead. Let your head be heavy and your neck be long. Take a breath in. On the breath in, drop your chin to your chest and start to roll it up. Your head is the last to rise. It's like a wave. Breathe in, look up, breathe out, forward. Tuck your chin to your chest. Exhale on the way up. Inhale, exhale on the way up. Inhale on the way up. Exhale on the way down. One more time. And then hold still. Press into your hands, lift your chest. Swing your left leg around. We'll find a little baby twist here so you're not crossing into Matsyendrasana. You're just taking that left foot in front of your right ankle. And then hug onto that left leg. Lengthen the spine. Take a twist over to the left side. Keep it soft. And then take it to the other side. Bring your right foot next to your left. Push up onto your feet. Walk your hands forward in front of the toes and straighten the legs. You're going to forward fold. Step it wide. And find some movement here. Grapple the elbows. Whatever you like to do here, find that stillness and just breathe. Let the crown of the head hang over the floor. The forearms are just about raising that floor. And then take your hands right at the base of the skull. Find the length in the neck. A little bit pull. Not too much. You're just guiding the crown of the head down towards the floor. And then maybe you bring the ears and the shoulders together. Like you're ringing a bell. Tip your head to the right and left. And let your head go. Plant your hands. Step back. Plank pose. Breathe here. Shift forward using the balls to the feet. Lower down knees, chest, chin. Hug the elbows in towards the rib. Come from Cobra Bhujangasana. Big breath in, lower the shoulders down. Breath out. Come on in. Child's pose, use the knees. Take your hands back behind you. Drop your forehead down to your mat. Interlace your fingers and draw the knuckles away from your heels. And your head floats up off the floor. See how that feels in the shoulders. And take your gaze forward, push back into your tabletop. Step back with your left foot. Engage through the quads, strong leg. Float the leg up, draw the knee towards the left shoulder and hold it here. So get a little higher. Turn up over the elbow, coming all the way up. Then cross your left ankle behind your right, press into the ball of the foot. Pull the heel back, take your gaze over towards your right foot. Press out in your arms, the chest is still lifted. Pull the left knee towards the left shoulder. Take your time, wait for it. Patience, patience. Step across. Keep the left leg active, draw the heel back one more time, left knee to left shoulder. And then step it across. This time it stays there. Walk your right fingertips out towards the right side. Push into those hands. Lift the chest and lengthen. Bring your right hand next to your left. Put your left knee towards your left shoulder and then cross in front. The ball of the foot comes in front of the right knee. Heel is high. Lower the left knee down to the floor. Right hand comes to your left heel. Take your left arm up. Find that side bend. Sweep the left arm across the face. We'll take it a little deeper. Take your hand behind your head. Lengthen, lift the chin. Use your right arm, press into that left heel. And release. Bring both hands down in front of you. Bring your shin forward and come into pigeon pose. Lower the chest. Walk your fingertips out to the sides of spider arms. Let your head hang. Breathe in, chin to chest, you're rolling up. Breathe out, nothing forward. Hold it down. Stay with the breath. Let your chin to your chest and roll it up. Bring your right foot forward. Your heel comes towards your ankle. Wrap your left arm around your right leg. Take a little twist over to the right side. Counter twist to the other side. Left foot meets right. Push up onto your feet. Lift up onto the balls of the feet and the heels go high. Squeeze your knees together. Take your arms up. And just hover. Start to float the hips over the heels. You feel alive in the legs. Stay with the breath. Over your heels and come to chair pose, Vinyasa. On the breath in, straighten the legs. Urdhva Hastasana, high prayer, see your hands connect. Draw your arms back past your ears. And make that cactus shape. Retract through the shoulder blades. Tuck your chest up towards the ceiling, lean your arms back. Maybe there's a bit more of a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your arms where they are. And then find that rotation in the shoulders. Aim the fingertips towards the floor, your palms are up. Now sweep them in the other direction. Let them pass through, line the feet. Swing your arms forward to frame the ears, come halfway up. Pull your hips back. Interlace your fingers and draw the knuckles in the opposite direction of the hips. Pull your belly button into your spine. Then maybe lift your toes. Maybe lift the balls of the feet or all the way up on the heels. Yeah, have patience. Try it. And then lower the toes, bring your hands down to the floor. Your Vinyasa. Step it back, downward facing dog. Lift your heels, plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana or knees, chest, chin. Cobra or upward facing dog. Breath out, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg. Bend your knee, open the hip. Lift your left heel and find a little bit of a back bend here. So you would look over your left shoulder and see your right foot. Project your chest out towards the right. Down dog split. Pull your right knee towards your right shoulder. Try this ecoponic plank. Now slide your right knee down to your wrist and slide it back up into your armpit. So now there's protraction across the upper back. Slide the knee down to the wrist. Slide back up into your armpit. One more time. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Lift your right arm up for a twisted lunge. There's your breath. Breath out. Sweep the right hand forward. Step the left foot to meet the right. Look up, breathe in.
Full fold, breathe out, Vinyasa. Bend the knees. Slow roll, let the arms hang, let the head hang, and rise all the way up to stand. Shoulder roll once you get there. Vinyasa, high plank. Soften the knees, melt on down, take your time. Come to diver. We're floating down, now we float right back up. Find the balance, the fingers are active, chest is projecting forward. Chair pose, Vinyasa. Inhale, stand. Cactus the arms, find that back bend, bring the arms back. Inhale, high prayer. Exhale, forward fold. Come halfway up. Breath out, hands down, step back, down dog. Lift your left leg. Bend your knee, open your hip. Right heel rises. Open the chest, find the back bend, look over your right shoulder, see your left foot. Keep lifting your left knee up towards the ceiling. Down dog split. Pull the left knee to the left arm. So you're shifting forward. Slide the knee down to the wrist. Don't let your left foot touch the floor. Slide it right back. Slide it down. Slide it up. It's like an elevator. One more time. Hold it up. Step forward in between your hands. Lift your left arm through your twist. Lift the chest. Sweep the arm overhead. Step your right foot forward to meet the left. Look up, breathe in. Full fold, breathe out. Soften knees, slow roll, rise all the way. Shoulder roll when you get there. Vinyasa, high plank. Exhale, forward fold, Vinyasa. Lengthen as you breathe in. On the breath out, bring your hands down, step or float back. Your Vinyasa. Breathe. Bring your feet together, lift your heels. Bend your knees, pull your hips back toward your heels and feel your shoulders. Maybe the forehead comes down to the floor. Now shift it forward into plank. Crown of the head comes almost towards the front end of your mat, right on the tips of the toes. Take that back one more time, float your child pose. Come way down, drop your head to the floor. Arms are engaged, press into those palms. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Separate the feet. Lift your heels, bend your knees. We're coming into Malasana, step or float your way. And then take your triceps to the inner thighs. Come to Hakini Mudra where your fingertips meet their matches. Lengthen the spine. See how that feels in the hips. Notice where the weight is in the feet. You don't want to be towards the arches. Just see if you're going to roll out a little bit more. Turn your toes out a little bit if that feels better for your ankles. Bring your hands together in prayer. One breath, raise your prayer overhead. Draw the arms back past the ears. Interlace your fingertips behind your head. Throw your belly button into your spine and fold on down. The knees continue to go wide. Bring the elbows down. Release the forearms. Turn the toes to face the front edge of your mat. And then straighten the legs in and up. So the hips are high, the forearms are down, nice deep forward fold. Press into your hands, slide them back. Lift your heels. Shift the weight into the fingertips. Float or hop the feet together. Chair pose, Vinyasa. Breath in, rise to stand. Breath out, forward fold. Breath in, lengthen. Breath out, your vinyasa, step or float. Big breath in through the nose, flutter out the lips on the breath out. Breathe. Lift your right leg. Bend your knee, open your hip, lift your left hip. Find that back bend, open it up so your right hip. Swing your right knee around towards your right shoulder. We're in an ecopodic plank. Tuck it under the arms, hold here. And then straighten the arms. And then tuck it under the arms. And then straighten them one more time, standing here. Down dog split. Bend your knee, lift your gaze, find a little bit of a back bend here. Press out of the arms, bring the chest forward with your left heel. Now contract navel to spine, turn it the other way, bring your nose to your knee. Knee to your nose. Step your right foot forward and between your hand. Lift your right arm up for your chest. And then this time, circle that right arm forward with threading it underneath your right hamstring. So the shoulder gets low behind the right calf. Fingertips are facing the back end of your mat. And walk your left hand forward. Drop the head. And this funky lizard. Now spin your back heel so you have a warrior one foot. And bring your right arm forward, fingertips meet off the front end of the mat. Straighten your right leg and come into a pyramid pose. Lift the chest, take some breath here, and then refold over that right leg. Pull your right hip back. Maybe you walk your fingertips back. Press up onto the fingertips, reframe the right foot. Keep your right hand down and take it up into triangle pose. Hold the kneecap up, keep reaching the fingertips up towards the ceiling. You're light in that right hand. If your fingertips are on the floor, you're pushing out, leaving your hands on the shin, the ankle. Bend your right leg and come to warrior two. So this is where we have patience. Let the arms float. Nothing touches anything else. Take your right arm overhead, take your left arm in front of the chest, take it back for peaceful warrior variation. And then come to extended side angle. So we're not settling here, we're moving. Arms don't touch anything, let them float and be light. Take it back to peace. Extended side angle, we're not landing. One more time, legs are strong. Then come to extend the side angle with your right forearm on the right thigh, take your left arm overhead. Right back. And reach your left arm back behind you to open that shoulder a little bit more. Wrap the arms around each other. Yes. So you're literally lifting yourself up. Straighten your right leg. Pasovita, the legs parallel the toes. Heel, wrap the arms. We're halfway there. Breath in, lift up. Soften the knees, breath out, forward. You're going to sway those hips from side to side. Any fluid movement you want to take here, you can come all the way down, all the way into Skandasana, where you cross the toes. See how those hips feel, how the shoulders feel. And then come through center, bring your left hand towards your right foot, and twist the right arm up towards the ceiling to breathe in. We'll keep it moving, take to the other side, your right hand to the left foot, left arm, breathe in. Come back to center, walk your hands forward, zip in a downward facing dog. You're high up on your fingertips and bring your hips back up and head into the arm. Just walk your fingertips wider. And your fingertips will be parallel to the edge of your mat. Float the arms up. Lengthen the spine. Strong legs. Yes. Flying warrior breath in. Warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Peaceful warrior breath in. Take it back, Vinyasa. Breathe here. Lift your left leg. Bend your knee over your head, lift your right heel, find that back bend over your leg. Pull the left knee towards the left armpit. Ecopod plank hold here. Up and under the arms. Straighten the arms. So it's not just the arms that are working here. Pull your belly button into your spine. That's going to lift those hips up. Make a little lighter on the arms. Down dog split, left leg goes high. Bend your knee, lift your chest, find a little bit of a back leg, chest comes forward. Press out of the arms. Exhale, navel to spine. Nose to knee, knee to nose. Step your left foot forward in between your hands. Lift your left arm up, twisted punch. Sweep the arm overhead and then duck down deep underneath that left hamstring. Walk your fingertips, plug into the fingertips, connect to the mat, bend your left leg a lot. Walk your right fingertips forward. If your head can drop, you can see your right foot. And then you can spiral your right heel down. And that warrior 1 foot. Release your left fingertips, reach out towards the right. Pyramid, lengthen through that left leg while the left hip back. Find an extra breath, separate the ribs from the thighs, bring the crown of the head forward and reach forward. Walk your fingertips back towards your right foot. Oh, you're good. Very good. Follow the signals of that body. Walk your left fingertips to the outside of your left foot. Open it up to triangle pose. So let the hips stack, let the shoulders stack, reaching up. Kneecaps lift, legs are strong. And reach back to the right arm. Yes. Bend your left knee, warrior 2. Let's go peaceful warrior with the floaty arms in the big circle. Take to extended side angle, let the left shoulder just kind of raise the left thigh. Take it back up on the breath in. Breath out, bring it forward. Legs are stable. Extended side angle, coming for landing here for your left forearm to your left thigh. Lift. Find a twist. Reach back with your right arm, and a little more space in that right shoulder. And then wrap the right arm around you, wrap the left arm around you. The best gangster pose. Straighten the left leg, parallel the toes, eagle wrap the arms. So go up. Breath in, lift up. Breath out, forward, forward. Now unravel the arms, reach the hands through the legs. So you're tenting up onto the fingertips. See if you can get the crown of the head down to the floor. Bring your fingertips back halfway so you can bend the elbows. And then get light on the toes. Maybe you float this up. Take your time. Nice. The feet come in for a landing. Press into the fingertips, lengthen the spine, breathe in. Take your arms out to the teeth. Inhale, rise up, flying over. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front of the mat. Peaceful warrior. Float it down, Vinyasa. Big breath in. Big breath out. Pedal out the legs. Take it out. Movement here. A little bit to the body. You want to be nice and open, nice and warm. Now take this where you want it to go. Okay? Stop anywhere you like. Modify anywhere you like. Take it all the way if you like. Lift your right leg. Bend your knee, open your hip, lift your left heel. Open the chest. Find the back bend, look through your right foot, and then draw that right knee around towards your right shoulder and into plank. Take it back, open it up. Pull the knee around towards your right shoulder, plank pose. One more time. This time allow the right toes to come all the way down to the floor for your rock start. Lift the right arm. Project your hips up towards the ceiling and pressing out that left arm. Down dog split, right leg goes high. Pull your left knee towards your right knee towards your right tricep. Stop behind the arms or maybe you come into Vinyasa. Step your left foot back, right leg goes high, down dog split. Bend your knee, lift your chest, find the back leg. Tuck it in, nose to knee to nose. Step your right foot forward, twist your lunge on the breath in. Breath out, get underneath that handspring. Walk the left fingertips forward, right fingertips crowded back. Look for your left foot, spin it, find the warrior one foot. Walk your right hand forward to meet your left. Pyramid pose, take your time, lengthen through the right leg. Lift, breath in as you draw that right hip back. Hold on the breath in. Press into your right fingertips, open it up for triangle. So I was going to get you going on those rainy Monday mornings. All good. Bend your right knee, warrior two. Float it for peace, soft spiral the arms. Extended side angle, don't touch. Back to peace. Float it forward. Take it back, this time we land it. And maybe the right hand comes down before the left fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Reach back with the left arm, find a half bind, maybe come into the full bind. So this is where you pick and choose where you want to be. Lay it back. Good. Look towards your right toes, find a bound triangle. Straighten the right leg, and then soften it again. So we're not really finishing the pose, we're being a little bit more fluid. We'll kind of flirt with the full lengthening. We'll micro bend in the knee, and then rebend. Third time's a charm. Soften your right knee and let's float it into a bound Ardha Chandrasana. So find a spot on the mat that you can focus and then float that left leg up. Stay with me. Float the left foot down to meet the right. Change weight in the feet and come to bird of paradise. So you need to really be patient here and take your time. It's a big shift in balance. So you'll move when you're ready. Soften your right knee. We'll release the arm, step your right foot behind you. Right fingertips come down. Lift the left arm up towards this. Good. Sweep the left arm forward. Step your right foot back. We'll come up to warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle with the left forearm to the thigh. Reach the right arm up. Now wrap the arms around the chest. Lengthen through the left leg, lift yourself up. Eagle wrap on the arms. Breath in. Breath out, forward fold. Release the arms, reach through the legs, turn your toes out and your heels in,
Bend your knees. So we're getting nice and deep here. Start to heel toe your feet in towards each other. And then we'll set up as if we're coming into Titivasana. So take your right arm underneath that right leg. Heel toe your left foot in, so the left arm's underneath the left leg. Now stay with me here. Bring your hands down to the floor. Lower your hips. So you're sitting on your triceps. The feet are still on the floor. Be patient. Don't take it all the way up to float because the butt is coming down. So trust yourself. Have a seat. Keep pressing the elbows back. So you're glued to the legs. You're literally sitting. Yeah. Now trust yourself enough to walk your fingertips out to the edges of the mat and straighten the legs. Yes, it's a Titivasana variation. So you might be here. Cool. Wherever you are. Stay there. Bring your feet forward. Touch the floor. Start to walk forward. We're coming into tortoise pose. So creep the fingertips out. You're lowering your chest all the way down to the floor. And then you can turn your head to one side and kind of hang out there. And if this pose doesn't slow you down, I don't know what will. 3. All right, now the best part of this is coming out. So press into your fingertips. Start to draw your knees back, you're sliding your heels. Yeah, unravel yourself. Excellent. Take your hands back behind you, there's no rush. Press into your feet, push up to your reverse tabletop. Just to find some space, drop your head back, and then bring your hips back down to the floor. I'm just going to spin around so I'm on the same side as you. Start to sway the knees from side to side. And then the next time you sway over to your right side, swing your left arm around, step your left foot out. Welcome into goddess. So you're on the back edge of your mat. I know where you are, don't go in the middle. It's all good. Yeah, just kind of give a little spin. Flying warrior breath in. Warrior 2, breath out. Sweep the left arm over your head, float the left heel, you'll come to a high lunge. And then find a twist touching your left tricep to your right thigh. And let there be space here. So you're laying back. Eventually you can turn your gaze behind your right shoulder. Your prayer is right at the center of your chest. All right. Release your twist. Fingertips are on the floor, framing your right foot. Put your left thigh into your chest and then shoot it through the legs for coming all the way down. Cool. Bring your hands back behind you. Press into your right foot, lift your left foot up towards the ceiling. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh or in a figure 4. Bring your hips close to your heel. And then bring your chest close to your shin. This is a big hip opener. Make sure it feels okay for your knees. If it's too much, back off. Drop your right knee and your left foot over to the right side. We'll find a little bit of a twist here. Press your right elbow to the left thigh. It'll be deeper than it was before when we first came to the C pose in our one. And then counter twist, nice and easy. You'll be halfway on the floor, halfway on your mat. Come back for some. Extend your right leg. Grab hold of your left foot and draw the left heel back toward your shoulder. You're coming underneath that leg. It's as if you're setting up for compass pose. But it's not quite compass. Now pull your left tricep back and plant your left hand. So that left leg is squeezing around that left shoulder. You know, not quite coming into compass loss. Better. Better than compass. It's a rainy Monday. Let go of your foot, bring your right hand out. Step into your right foot. Lift your hips, straighten the left leg, and lift your right foot. Right back. Yeah, nice. All right, let's lower that down. Send your left leg in front of you. Send your right leg, you have all day to play with that, plus we'll do the other side. Lift the sits bones, pull them back, flex the toes, inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward, fold, pressure, open yourself. Tuck your chin into your chest, roll it back, and pick up a little bit of momentum here. And eventually you'll step back, you're gonna float it back into your vinyasa. Good. Take a breath in, breath out. Forget about everything we just did. You're starting fresh. Lift your left leg. Lift your right heel, bend your knee. Open the hip, find that back bend, look to your left foot, and then swing that left knee around to your left shoulder at the top. Take it down, find the back bend. So the right heel never touches the floor. Tap the shoulder. This is the one, we take it all the way back, rock star. Bring your left hand down. Left knee comes to the left shoulder. Ekapata plank, shut under the arms. Maybe float it up from Vinyasa. Nice. Step your right foot back, down dog split, left leg goes high. Bend the knee, find the back foot, move up, breath in. Breath out, knee to nose. And round through. Step your left foot forward. Twist your lunge with your left arm up. Reach forward, thread underneath the left hamstring, left fingertip reach back, right fingertip. Come on down. Spin your back in, warrior one foot. Reach your left fingertips to meet the right. Pyramid pose. You flex your toes up. Do that is. And then lower the toes. Press into your left hand, triangle pose, Trikonasana right arm. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior, float the arms. It's also Tai Chi move, those arms floating. Making that circle. Taking your time, being patient, you know you'll land this. Just like that. Extended side angle. Reach your right arm behind you, find a half bind, and if you're in the half bind, reach the back of your right hand. Left in the spine, support that back. You're coming into the full bind, grab the hold of your right wrist. And straighten that right arm, strong right leg. Gaze down to your left foot, soft triangle, rebend the leg. Soft triangle, rebend. Here it comes. Soften the knee, float it into down to Ardha Chandrasana. Patience. With control, bring your right foot down to meet your left. Shift the weight. Find that bind, make sure it's secure, and then float the left foot up to vertical parallels. You really can't rush any of this. Soften the left knee, release the bottom. Cross the left foot behind the right. Maybe the top of the foot comes down to the floor because that leg is light. Your hand on the left fingertips, reach the right arm above your head. Let's sweep that right arm across the face. Frame your right foot, step back. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Extended side angle, rest your forearm on the thigh. Take the left arm up and then wrap both arms around. Straighten your right leg. Parallel the toes, eagle wrap the elbows. Breath in the foot. Breath out, forward, fold into closer to the Release your eagle, bring your hands through your legs. Heel toe to your feet in. You're setting up for that Tikibhasana variation again. Fingertips face your heels, so be aware of the wrists. Bring your palms down, you have to trust yourself enough to drop your butt to sit back on your triceps. And then your right with the chest. Bring your butt down to the floor. Squeeze the arms of the legs. Wiggle those fingers out to the sides. Use the triceps to draw the legs back a little bit more. Bring your ribs right through the legs. And straighten legs. Yes. Nice. Beautiful. Rebend the knees. Bring your feet to the floor. And go back into our shell. Or dispose. And if you turn your head one side before, turn it on the other side. And then use the strength of the legs to draw the arms and the shoulders and the chest down to the floor. Press into the heels. Start to slide your knees back. Unravel the arms. Reverse your tabletop. Hands come behind you. Press into the feet. Lift the hips. Draw the shoulders back. Breathe in on the breath out. Drop your head. Bring your hips down to the floor. Sway your knees from side to side. Little release here. And then the next time you sway them over to the left side, sweep your right arm across. Step your right foot out, come into goddess. Inhale the arms up overhead. Warrior 2, and then let's turn this into a high lunge. Float your right heel up. Right elbow, right tricep finds the outside of the left thigh for your twist. And get the ribs out of there. Use that right arm. Use the left hand too. Strong right leg press back in the heel. Lengthen the spine, lift the chest. You have room to breathe. Now release the twist. Frame your left foot, your high and your fingertips. Pull your right thigh into your chest and then shoot your right leg through the thigh to sit. Right leg face right up. Take your hands back behind you with the hips. Figure 4, right ankle crosses the left leg. Walk your butt close to your heel. Use the strength of the arms to bring the chest forward. You're pressing out with that right knee. Flex your right foot. Good. I'll cost you an extra 5 minutes, but we're good. All good. Now scoot back just a bit. Bring your left leg forward. Oh, we didn't twist. Come here. Get back. Get back. Drop that right foot over to the left side. Find your twist, catching your left tricep. This is a nice one. I want to see this. And then camel twist. Okay. Now we're ready. Come back to center. Straighten the left leg as if you're setting up for compass. Left hand grabs the sole of that right foot. Draw the knee back past the shoulder to get nice and deep under there. Yeah. Good. Now engage through the right leg. You're squeezing the arm. Draw your right arm back a little bit so you have a little extra space there. And then give a slight turn of the fingertips. So the flexion of the wrist isn't too far this way. So you can turn it out a little bit. See what feels more comfortable. And then once you're there, step into your left foot. You're coming up into that tabletop. Straighten your right leg and lift your left hip. Now lay it back up. Good. Bring yourself into the landing. Release the leg, bring it forward. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, forward, full posture. And then slowly chin down into the chest, and roll it back. We'll get a little bit of momentum here. Come into cloud pose. If you want to take it into your shoulder stand, press into the balls of the feet. Get your shoulders underneath you. So find a little sway of the hips. And get those hands nice and high up the spine. Float the legs up. And then maybe you want to come unassisted. Interlace the fingers and draw your arms down to the floor. But there's a lot of core engagement here, a lot of triceps, a lot of arms, a lot of shoulders. And then if you're bored later in the rain, pull your knees down toward your eyes, and then straighten the toes back up towards the ceiling. So you can play with these. You can do 100 of these later. And when you're ready, release back into cloud. Allow the shoulders to come free. Let the arms just float over your head. And then soften it. Let the legs kind of hover over your face. Unroll. Vertebra by vertebra, coming back to the mat. And hug your knees into your chest. Make sure the sacrum is down on the floor. So compression. Little rock from side to side. Happy baby. You can rock that as well. You straddle the legs, slide the balls of the feet down to the floor. And lift your head, your shoulders. And then from here, press that sacrum back down. You can feel it. Pull the knees back into the chest. Extend the legs out. Find the corners of your mat. And release for Shavasana. But before you settle, take your hands back behind your head as if you're in a hammock. You're interlacing your fingers right at the base. And then lift your head, bring your chin to your chest. Now use your thumbs, align your thumbs by your jaws. Lift the head. Tip the head back just a bit, a little more length in the neck. Softly guide your head back down to your mat. As you extend the arms, drop your right shoulder blades. You can feel it move down your mat. And then release. Begin to jump ahead on the songs. Time travel is your Shavasana. Next big breath in, big breath. You're in Shavasana. Okay. Let your next inhalation be a little bit deeper. Start to move your body, small movements, start with your fingers and toes. Then move into the ankles, the wrists. Gently roll the head from side to side. And bring your feet together. Extend through the legs, take your arms overhead. Flex your feet. And then as you draw in breath, point your toes, reach your fingertips in the opposite direction. And a lion's breath, stick out your tongue and let it all go. So long. Bring your feet to the floor as you bend your knees, roll onto whichever side. Press yourself up to a comfortable seat. It's like whiplash, right? Bring your hands to prayer again. Take a moment, bow your head, feel what you feel. Notice any difference in your thoughts, in your breath, in your body. Be grateful for that. It's in our power to find that change, to slow the pace, take the extra breath and to wait. Because more times than not,
Something better is always waiting for us. Let's close our practice with one sound. And breathe in. Namaste.